morning, children. Today we are studying the first chapter of history. The name of our chapter is Tracing Changes Through 1,000 Years. In the previous class, we studied about the changes that happens on different maps, or especially the map of India, and the changes that took place in the name of our country. Okay. That means in the first chapter or in the first pages of our textbook, there is one map of India which is totally different from the map of second page. The person who draws map is called cartographer. As you know, the person who draws a map is called cartographer. Who is a cartographer? A person who make or draw the map is called cartographer. We also find the changes that took place in the terms of or the name of India. That means today India is known in different names like India, Bharat, like this. So that we already studied in the previous chapter. Today we study some other parts or remains of the first chapter, like the period between 700 and 1750. So this period or the time of this first chapter is speaking about the period between 700 and 1715. That means the period of 16th century. Okay, we are studying the changes that took place within the 16th century up to 16th century. Okay, so our first chapter, tracing changes through 1,000 years. So today in this chapter or today's class, we study about the time between 700 and 1750 or the period between the 16th century. Okay, changes that took place during the 16th century that we study. So children, during this period, during the time of 700 and 1750, between this different or new regions and empire took place in India. Okay, that means different kings and kingdoms originated in India during 700 and 1715 or in 16th century. Okay, what happened, children? In previous time there was no kings in India. So during the 16th century, that means a period between 700 and 1750, during this period different new region or empire kings originated. Some of the important kingdoms of India are Chola kingdom, Delhi sultans and the Mughal rulers. You have heard about this in the previous class. Okay. So during 16th century, many new kingdoms originated in India. Some of the important kingdoms are Chola kingdom, Delhi sultans, Mughal rulers. Okay, one page in your page, page number textbook, page number 9. A Delhi sultan, his name is Balban. Okay, Ghiyasuddin Balban. He defeated the local kings of India and established Delhi Sultan's rule in India. That you understand. Okay. So we get their information about these kingdoms through Prasasti. Prasastis are the books written by. Prasastis are the book written by some educated people. Okay, Prasastis. Prasasti means, the word Prasasti means in praise of. The word Prasasti means in praise of. Okay. So during this period, many new kingdoms originated in India. Some of the important kingdoms are Chola kingdom, Delhi sultans and the Mughal rulers. We get information about these kingdoms through the books called Prasasti. The word Prasasti means in praise of, means some some people or some poets wrote about the heroism of kings of these kingdoms, praising them. Okay, so what is prasasti? That means some poets wrote the heroic work of these kingdoms or praising them. Some poets wrote praising these kings. These books is called prasasti. Okay, so during 16th century, new kingdoms were originated. Some of the new kingdoms are Cholas, Delhi Sultans, and Mughal rulers. That you understand. Now, during this period, during the 16th century, new religion also emerged in India. New religion. Okay. So, during the starting of 16th century, in India, we had only Hinduism. Okay. During 16th century or during the starting of 16th century, we had only Hinduism. Okay. In Hinduism, there were two groups, mainly two groups, Brahmins and kings. Okay. Brahmins had a deep knowledge of Sanskrit. Okay, they were able to read Vedas. Therefore, the kings supported these Brahmins, or the kings took the help of Brahmins and gave them many gifts. Okay, to conduct pujas, for war preparation, everything they need the help of Brahmins. So the kings will give them gift and support, and thus kings are considered as patrons. Those who supported the Brahmins are called patron. Okay, so during the 16th century in India we had Hinduism. First started religion in India is Hinduism. Then many merchants came from other countries to India for trade. Many merchants came from other European countries to India for trade. Merchants came. When they came to India, they also brought Quran with them. Quran. What is Quran? Quran is the holy book of Muslims. Understand? So in early times we had only Hinduism, but later, okay, the middle of 16th century or in between this period, many merchants came to India from abroad. They brought Quran with them. Quran is the holy book of Muslims. Thus, after the Hinduism in India, Muslim religion was established, or Islam was established in India. Okay, so children, in this chapter we study about first period between 16th century. During this period, there was many changes in the region and the empire. In India, many empire kingdoms were established. Later, many religions were established. First, we had only Hinduism. Later came Islam or Muslims. After that, we can understand that Christians came to India. Like that, there was changes in religion. Then, according to these changes, the historians and Britishers divide Indian history into three parts. According to these changes, okay, the Britishers and the historians divide the Indian history into three parts. According to British rulers, Indian history was divided into Hindus. First one Hindus, then Muslims and British. Okay. According to the British rulers, Indian history is divided into three parts. First one Hindus, second one Muslims, and third one is British. Okay. What is the difference between this period? Hindus. What is the difference between the period between Hindus, Muslims, and our British? According to the today's historians, Indian historians, the British historians say that Indian history is divided into Hindu, Muslim, and British. So, according to the modern historians or Indian historians, Indian history is divided into three: ancient, medieval, and modern. Ancient, medieval and modern. What's the meaning, children? During ancient time, most of the Indian people were Hindus. They were hunter-gatherers. They lived in forests. Okay, they had superstitions, അന്ധവിശ്വാസം ഉണ്ടോ? പഴയ കാലത്തെ ആളുകള് കാട്ടിൽ ജീവിക്കുന്നവരായിരുന്നു. ഏൻഷ്യന്റ് പീപ്പിള് കാട്ടിൽ ജീവിക്കുന്നവരായിരുന്നു. മിക്ക ആൾക്കാരും ഹിന്ദുക്കളായിരുന്നു. അവർക്ക് അന്ധവിശ്വാസം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. Okay, then we go to the second one. Second one is according to Indian history, it is medieval. Medieval. Here it is Muslim. Means children, now some new ideas began to come. New kingdoms began to originate, like Cholas, Tughlaq, Muslims, Mughals. So new kingdoms and jadis were originated during this period, or people started settled life. So Hindus are ancient culture of India. Muslims are medieval. Here the people do not stay in one place, but during the Muslim period, people stay in one place. So during this time, king's society was established. Then final one is British. Now it is a modern period. Modern period means transport developed and also education facilities developed. Okay, children. So this is the end of our class. In this class, we understand that during the 16th century, many changes took place in India. Some of the changes that took place in the starting of empire. Okay, during this period, many kingdoms originated. Some of the important kingdoms are Cholas, Tughlaqs and Mughals. Okay, and next one, during this period, Indian history is in India, different religions originated. First religion is Hindus, and second one is Islam, then Christians like this. Then finally, the historians divided the Indian history into three parts. The Britishers or British officers divided Indian history into Hindus. There was no development this time. Hindus, then middle period is called the Muslims, then British. So Indian history is divided. Indian history into ancient, medieval and modern. Okay, thank you, sir.